record as. Yeah, I have to. I don't know. Should I automatically start recording? It is not, I think. Okay, fine. Madhura, Ashish, did that logic make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay, now let us look at the second puzzle. Marwadi has got 44 100 rupee notes, 10 pockets. He has to place all the notes together. I mean, split them. One here, two there, maybe 5 there, 8 here. I don't know what is the thing. But together he has to split it in such a way that each of the pockets contains a different number, either 0 or a different number of 100 rupee notes. How can he distribute it?
So I can put them like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not 1. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Then how many pockets you have covered?
9.
0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 pockets only you have covered.
But I think then the remaining notes would be too much for the last pocket. Like
No.
they would-
Just calculate how she said, Madhura said.
So if we do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll get 45. So we can't do that.
Hmm.
So what is the other? Is there other way? Because first Madhura gave an answer, but it covered only 9 pockets. It did not cover 10 pockets.
So maybe we could like make first 10 parts of it, and then we could shuffle some small numbers to change the values.
But 10 parts means what? Are you going to cut the notes? No, no.
Oh, we should. Oh, okay.
You
It
can't
cannot.
cut. I mean, if you cut the note, the value is lost, right? It is. Nobody will accept a cut note, so you can't cut it. Otherwise, what? Otherwise, one note itself you can cut it to as many pieces as you want. So you can't cut the note.
400 rupees.
Yeah. It is not 4400 rupee notes. No, 100-rupee, right? Because nowadays, where do you see? Have you seen a 1 rupee note? I have seen it in my earlier days. Have you seen a 1 rupee note?
Yes, sir, I have seen.
You must have been having it like a museum, right? Matlab, at home you will just keep it for sake, right? Those 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee notes, right? Nowadays you don't see them at all, right?
I've never seen.
Yeah, I used to get pocket money worth 1 rupee when my kids sometimes. Those were like 30, 40 years back, 40 years back. Must be. And 1 rupee had got good value that time. In 1980, it had got good value. It is worth almost maybe 20 rupees now. Okay, so what is the solution? Is there a solution? What is the solution? Madhura, Pranaves, Sai Pranav, Ashish, Avnish, what is the way to?
Yes, sir.
Is there a way to? What is another way to split it, or what is the way? Is there a way?
So I don't know. I tried doing this problem a lot, but you need at least 4,500 rupee notes.
So
Then you get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And
Yeah.
there are only 10 digits of the number.
yeah,
And you have that 2 pockets can't contain the same number of notes. There has to be 1 pocket which contains 0, 1 pocket which contains 1, 1 pocket which contains 2, 1 pocket which contains 3, another one which contains 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
correct,
That is the minimum required, but that requires 4,500 rupee notes.
correct.
That's why I'm not sure how to solve this.
Could
Yeah.
try starting out with 11.
Sir, but he has only 10 pockets.
He has only 10 pockets. So,
So it- try
1, 2, 3, 4.
7 or 10.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do it, then you will require 55 notes, right? Just calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3
1
plus
to
4.
10. 1 to 10 is 55, sir.
1
1
to 10
plus
is
10 is
55.
11. 11 times 5 is 55.
Correct. So that is the short way. 1 to 10, if you do it, then it will take 55. But you can take advantage by putting no money in one pocket. So that way you start with 0 and then 0 to 9. Okay, 0, 1,
But
2,
that
3, 4. But
requires
that will
1
give
to
you
9.
45. Correct. It requires 45, but he has 44. So the answer is no, it cannot be done. There is no way it can be done because you cannot cut the notes. So that is what sometimes if the logic fully you have looked at all the possibilities and there is no way, right? Then answer is actually there is no way. Okay, so
So?
this can, yeah.
So can't we start with instead of 1 or 9, 11 or 10, because we haven't tried those.
No, but try it. You will run out of this. How many? So just you try it. So if you start with 11, okay, now there are only 33 left. How are you going to fit them into 10 pockets? So you have to have some value. So it can't be that 3 pockets have no notes, because all of them will be equal to 0, right? That cannot be the case. So just try it out. If you put 11 in first, okay, what is left? 33. Divide 33. Divide 33 into 9 pieces, each having separately. Just try it out. Can you do it? So the smallest number that can be split like this is actually 45, not 44. Because anything larger than that, you can split it. Maybe you can, instead of, you can skip one of them and put, instead of 7, you can have 12, etc. like that. So you can have a higher numbers, but the smallest number that can be split into 10 different numbers, each number being different, is 45. Because you start with 0 and okay, there is no negatives, right? Because there is no way to put a negative note in a pocket, right? But if in some other math problems you can think of negative numbers are allowed, then it will be much more thing, because then you can start with -5, etc. But typically, I mean, in this problem it is not possible, right? You can't have a negative note. So only thing that you can start is with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is the minimum number that you need. Anything less than that, then either if it cannot be 9, then either it will have to be 8 or 7 or 6, and then it will clash with some other pocket that is there, right? So the minimum number that you need is the sum of this, which is 45. Okay, so that is that way you can be sure. So, and you can confidently answer it that no, it is not possible, right? Because there is no other way. You can't cut the note, so there is no fractions that are possible. So it is logically, this is the only way. This is the minimum way. Minimum that you need is 45. Right. Okay, all right. Now let us look at the puzzle 2. Okay, read it carefully. Think about it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is. If you have a question, you can ask me, but then ponder over it, and then you can DM me your answer, or whatever way. You can raise your hand or.
So can I say?
You can DM me.
So can I ask you a question?
You can ask her any doubts. You can ask her.
So when she left the taxi cab, did she leave at a destination or some random place?
She would not go at a random place, right? Because she was on the way to her destination. So she would not have stopped halfway through. Right?
No, but the destination can be seen, right?
Destination can be?
It can.
Seen with the eyes.
When you reach the destination, obviously you can see it, right?
So the driver would not have known that the person is speaking because he can't hear.
Yeah, that is possible. And one more is she told him to stop when they reached the destination and then he stopped.
But he could have seen in the rear view camera that her mouth is opening. So I guess
Yeah, that is so hailing that taxi cab. He would have seen the hand being raised, right? So that is no problem, right? What is the question that you are saying? How he would have seen it? No, he can see because she would have raised the hand like this, right?
Oh, because at the start, he asked her, "Where do you want to go?" And then she said, "I want to go here."
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That is the logical thing. So first, see, you are never told that he see on the way to her destination. That means she would have got into the cab and she would have told, "Oh, I want to go to whatever Marine Drive or Juhu or Santa Cruz or whatever." She would have told, right, on the way to her destination. So she would have told, right, go here, and then the driver started going. There is no mention of anything that oh, he said no, I can't hear, and then thing. So he started going, and then she started speaking. Then she spoke too much, so he got annoyed, and then he simply said, "Oh, I can't hear anything." But so she stopped. But after she
Then
left,
how could he? But then she only told him that.
yeah. But he heard it, right? He heard it, right? Otherwise, how would have started? If he was a, yes, if he was a deaf guy, really a deaf guy,
He
then
wouldn't have heard us speak.
he would not have understood where to go, right? And that time itself, she would have come to know. If at all he was deaf and he said, "Oh, I can't, whatever, I can't hear you. What you are saying, you have to write down on a paper and give it to me." If that had happened, then she would not have talked at all, right?
Yes.
Right? The fact that she continued talking means she obviously never thought that this guy is deaf, and that can happen only when normally what is the first thing that you do when you get into the taxi cab? You tell him where you want to go, right? Whatever is your home, wherever it is, Santa Cruz, Penna de France, or
Then what if she had booked an Ola or an Uber?
that is a newer age thing. So that is correct. I think your question is correct, but let us keep that out of it, because here it is. Yeah, you're right. In the days of Ola and Uber, everything is, you don't have to tell, but still you have to tell the code, right? You have to tell the code, right? You have to tell the code, or then you have to show it, right? So, but normally we'll tell it. Oh, what is it that he will ask a 4-digit code, right? Even in Ola or Uber, so that they can match it. Why they have put that code? You know, why do you think they have put the code? That 4-digit code.
people could have taken some other random taxi cab.
Correct. Correct. Especially things like at an airport or railway station or thing where everybody wants, they're waiting for the thing and they don't care. They can pay, but they don't care what is the thing. So they can always, somebody else's cab had come, they'll say, "Okay, it is actually mine." And then they'll say, "Okay, my destination." They'll say, No, you wanted to go to Jayanagar. Now you want to go to Kormangala. I say, "Yeah, it has changed. You put it, whatever the money I will pay." But simply they will take the whatever cab that comes and they will go, right? And then other people will thing. So that is why all the codes and everything is there. Plus there are other reasons also, because of which they put a code, so that the code has to match. Then it is like a then you know exactly. But what is the limitation? Then only they will go. Otherwise they will say it is not matching, so it is not your cab, right? But when you give a 4-digit code, what are the chances that that it can still happen that someone will go take the wrong cab, or the cab will take the wrong person? Someone wants to play trick. What are the chances? Chances means, when we say what are the chances, it is like chances are like 1 in 5, 1 in 10, 1 in 100, 2 in 10,
1 in 1,000.
1 in 1,000.
Yeah. Because from 0,000 to
1 in 9,999.
So is it, how many is it?
So 1 in 9,999.
Correct. So it is almost 10,000, you can say. 1 in 10,000, not 1 in.
So wait, but it
yeah, sorry, 10,000.
number
right.
be 0001 or 100 or 0010.
No, but then that is like 1. Then
That
0,
is
0, 1, 0 is 10. So it just comes.
correct. 0010 is 10. It is anyway 10. It comes automatically. So you start from 0 to 9,999. Total there are 10,000 numbers, right? So there is a 1 in 10,000 chance that someone will just give a random number and it will match. See, it will not match most of the time, but somewhere it can just match. I just say get into the cab. He asked the number 5,689. I just say, and it may by chance it may happen that that was the code of the cab, and if matches, then you will say, oh, okay, right? Okay, all right. So now that we have done this, Ahan, how come you are late today? You missed half the class. Okay, fine. So let us look at now. All of you know this Archimedes story, Eureka story.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ahan was having network issues. Okay, no problem. Fine. Archimedes' story, if everybody knows, just put a yes or no. I mean, if anybody does not know, then put the... Okay, Avnish does not know Archimedes' story. Okay, I will tell very quickly. Okay. Anybody else? Ashish also does not. Okay, then it is worth telling, I think, the story. Then I will leave it as a puzzle for the next week. I will tell the story and puzzle for the next week. And actually, many of you might know the answer. You have to just give it logically, fully you have to give it. Anybody else does not know the story of the Archimedes? Okay, let me very quickly, let me tell the story. See, Archimedes was a 2000 year back or 2200 years back. He was a Greek scientist. Okay. Scientist in Greece, actually in Italy, I think it is in the city of, island of Sicily. It's an island of Italy. And he used to work for the king there and do experiments and whatever. And he used to help out with many inventions, etc. So once he was told, the king got a new crown made, crown of gold. Okay, so he had put the royal goldsmith, he had given a lot of money to him to create a new crown worth whatever, some kgs of gold. Okay, it's a solid gold. Okay, and whatever is the standard, you can just know. I mean, whatever is the requisite standard, 22 karat or 23 karat, etc. Whatever. That gold, and it was solid. Okay, there is no hollow pieces. It's not like made a ball of it and internally it is hollow, nothing like that. It is not. It's a full solid gold crown. Okay, worth some kg, whatever, maybe 1 kg, 2 kg, 1.5 kg, whatever may be the case. Now the king suspected that the goldsmith has not put full pure gold in it, like who was saying in the today's puzzle, I think Sai Pranav was saying, right? Maybe the gold quality is different. So maybe he has put some little bit of copper or tin into the gold. You can't make out, because if you put, see, in 1 kg, if you put 200 grams or 100 grams, if you replace it, it's difficult to see based on the thing, because still the gold will be shining and it might be slightly thing, or maybe 100 grams only, just out of 1.5 kg. But whatever it is not exactly full gold, is what the king suspects. Okay, the king suspects that it is like this. He has mixed something, but he can't tell for sure, and he has told Archimedes to find a way of proving this. And Archimedes was thinking about this for a long time. He could not find any answer how to prove it without breaking the breaking the crown. Okay, so you can't break the crown because it is for special occasion. So then they used to have these, Greeks used to have these baths, like bathtub you have seen, right? Similarly, baths are like bathtub. So it used to be filled with water, and then they used to get into that and then have a nice bath and come. That is what is called as actually bath. The other thing is called as shower, right? Bath is when you get into the bathtub or something like that and immerse yourself in water. So he got into something, a bathtub which was already completely full with water. Normally it is actually slightly less it is kept, because when you get in, then water should not flow out, right? So you have to actually keep some margin for you to get in. Now the bathtub that he went into, unfortunately, had a almost full water was there. So when he got into the bathtub, right, so some water spilled out. Okay, because he entered it. Now he looked at it and suddenly it flashed to him, oh, and he cried, Eureka, Eureka. And he naked only he ran through the streets to the king. And he says, I have got the answer to your question. I can prove it. So that is what the thing. And Eureka means I found it, or I got it. Okay, I got it. So what is it that he found, and how could he prove it? So we have to see. So even those who know the story, okay, think about it. You have to prove it, and what is the way that you will prove it exactly? So you have to go through the detailed steps, and you have to tell that how could he prove. Next day he called the court and he proved it in front of the king that the crown indeed had not pure gold, it was mixed with something. Okay, it was mixed with something different. So he proved it without breaking it. So how could he prove it? The clue is that all about what we discussed in the first puzzle today, right? Gold pieces and size and volume and density, right? That is the clue. But just knowing that that is all based on the density is not enough. You have to be able to tell me exactly how he did it. Okay, exactly how he could prove it. So that is the thing. So I know other know it, but if you know the answer exactly, then maybe you may want to separately WhatsApp me on a personal message. Okay, so that others can still have the fun of solving the puzzle. If you know it, you tell it to me, but you remember, so Sai Pranav or Pranav S or Madhura or Ahan, if you know it, right, send it to me, but in detailed steps, what and exactly what, and we'll discuss it next time. Okay, it's a wonderful story and it's a wonderful insight. All right. Okay. I want to just okay, if there are any doubts or anything, let me know.
No, sir.
Okay, now there was some math Olympiad, right? Ahan, you were preparing for it. Did the exam happen? Olympiad happen? Or anybody else also was?
Sir, I was taking part in it. It happened and I got not so good marks.
Oh, lots of what? Lots of?
Lot of not so good marks.
Oh, okay. But maybe we can discuss the, okay, Ahan says his is not yet happened, so we'll see it. But if you have the question paper, we can discuss that. Maybe you can share it. Is it available, question paper?
Yes, sir.
So why don't you share it?
Okay,
And
sir.
let us
I'll share it in the group later.
and you may want to mark out certain puzzles which you found it difficult. Let us look at it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, whichever when you found it to be tricky or difficult, let us look at it. If you send it today, then I will also go over it, and maybe next week we'll discuss that. Anyone else has any other maths, any other in school? Maybe they had some specialized math oriented puzzles or exams or anything like that. Feel free to share.
Sir, I had it only to third, sir. They didn't give it to me when I was in fourth.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine. So Sai Pranav, you will share it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to stop.